Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien speaking on Tuesday, April 16th. Hope you all went to Uncle Sam and sent in your taxes to help him out. Bernie needs your help. Gotta buy his book. He was in a town hall with Fox last night. Well, me and Bubba are here contemplating the day. It's a nice sunny day, a little cool in Georgia. But I wanted to do a small video today and say, when are you guys going to get the light bulb on your brains over there, Americans? You got two parties that don't do nothing for you. And you got a world that's beginning to hate you more every day. Why? Because it's you. And you've been spreading lies, and it's come back to bite you in the derriere. Like, everybody can come here. You can't support everybody. You can't even support yourselves right now. Uh, what is it going to take you off this two-party system, off this way of thinking, and try to look for number one, how to better the American system, which is flawed because of greed, hate, power, wealth. And that doesn't mean that all that is bad. It's just that it's bad because of the way it's used. So let me do a small video here and call it Miirror. There's another side to everything. So the way you look at everything, somebody else looks at you in the mirror and sees something different. You ever looked at yourself in the mirror? And you're the opposite, aren't you? Well, think that you're looking at yourself in the mirror and think of something else. Let's get started. Is there a 4th of July in Great Britain? Oh, yes, there is. But it's not the American Revolution. They call it the War of Insurrection. Is there a civil war in the South? Well, they were totally destroyed. They never called it a civil war. They didn't think there was nothing civil about it. They called it the War of Northern Aggression. Remember that? Was there a... how do you think the Japanese... you look at 9/11 and you make it a monument, just like Pearl Harbor, right? But you forgot about Pearl Harbor, remember? You don't even remember that no more. How does the Japanese look at Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Or how about the people of Dresden? You ever thought of that? I told President Trump that in a video yesterday. See, Americans, this is a mirror you got to look at. Everything that you tried to do has come back and is biting you on the derriere all at once. You made Saudi Arabia happen in the 1940s, or 30s, pardon me, and 40s. Because prior to King Saud in 1929, Saudi Arabia was a disaster. Bunch of tribes fighting each other, like Yemen. That's the remnants of what it was. And then you had other groups that came in, like Qatar and Bahrain and all those that developed their own separate things. But for the most part, the Arabian Peninsula was a disaster. And because of you guys, that's why you got Saudi Arabia. So you shouldn't be growling at the Saudis. You guys created them. Same with Panama. And look at Europe. The way Europe is today, who's responsible? Well, didn't you guys do the Marshall Plan to save them from the Soviets? You got the Europeans up today. You see, every action has an opposite and equal reaction. And until you understand that, you have to know that you can't meddle in other people's affairs without it coming back to bite you in the derriere. Now you got a problem here because you have gone all through these Central American states, including mine, and meddled in them. You didn't like the governments, you threw them out. Nicaragua, Guatemala, Dominican Republic, remember that? You sent troops over there. Mexico, well, you've had a disagreement with Mexico ever since 1836. Remember the Alamo? So you see, Americans, there's two sides. There's a mirror. Every time you look at the mirror, you see yourself as a negative. Every time somebody looks at you through the mirror, they see you as a negative. Just think of it as the Shroud of Turin. What do you think, Americans? It's about time that you look at things the way other people look at things and start doing things right. What do you say? Thanks.